What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play 7 Nights Flashpoint. It is time for another procedurally generated mission. This one is Bodyguard. We are bodyguarding Avestus. Keep him close. Don't let him fall into the wrong hands. Don't let him die. Don't get shot. You gotta bring him to one of the extraction points. If we can't do that, it's bad for us. So we are running this mission for B-Tuna, who's a gang boss contact. Doesn't like us very much, but is still willing to offer us work. We're getting 75k for the primary objective, 35k. This is before this gets brought down by half because of difficulty mod, so it's really going to be 18k. We get some crafting mats if we do it quickly. That's probably not going to happen, but I guess we'll see. Ultimately, we got to get him either to this one across the map or this one even farther down. There is, as far as I can tell, a single matrix host. It is here, which of course is, you know, nicely, like, really near the exit, but I also want all the optional loot, which means taking a quick detour into this room, finding a way to get a detour into that room as well, and then probably running all the way down and using this as the primary exit. Running along this way is actually of only low value. There's only one box over here, so probably the better routing might actually be through here, and then like someone runs over, like maybe even the bodyguard guy, like Avestus, goes this way, grabs the box and leaves, and the team actually goes up here. We let the hacker knock this down, grab these boxes, and get out that way. That might be slightly faster, or even having the bodyguard run to this then back, because he's never going to be in combat, and letting him kind of dangle, you know, like around on the outside. I think that's actually going to be functional, so that's how I'm going to play this out. You exist, and the unfortunate thing is this camera's going to see your body, which is really going to be kind of annoying because I want to knock this camera down. Actually, we can just barely sneak by. This camera's skippable. This camera's going to see a corpse, and I guess I have no way around that really, but if I can get it from seeing my mercs, that'd be kind of nice. The laser wires, I think it's more important to knock that one out. This is going to cost me a lot of AP to have to run around it. I can do it, but I'd like not to. And then this laser wire also needs to be disabled. So it's like, this must be hacked, this must be hacked. We could go either way on the camera or the motion sensor or the other camera. Obviously, the later we get a bunch of reveals, the later we get escalations. And that'd be, you know, kind of nice. So initial planning says we have exactly 3 disables, right? Because we have 1 from the Cyberknight. We have security scramble here. We've got 2 from our hacker with double charges of packet loss, and that's it. So we have to be pretty judicious with our use of disables. Laser wire, and it's probably the front camera, honestly. That's probably the best option here. So you're going to gain bonus move points. You're going to tactical surge the team. Here, let's turn a little bit so we can kind of see more. Also, by the way, we have +2 AP, plus a move point, +4 initiative for the first turn, because we bought some leverage from our field ops center, so we get a really explosive first turn. Throw it on coordinated charge. And then I don't see why not just be a little bit more aggressive here and actually start the process early. So I'm going to walk up to here. He's not going to be the one grabbing the boxes because he's going to be spending action points turning things off. So you can see there's guards relatively close by who are going to be in earshot. So it is going to be pistol focused. I'm going to kill the camera, for sure. And then I'm pretty sure we're just instantly going to shoot you. The only question is who is best to shoot at you with. I think for now we'll let someone else run. Let's have my bodyguard guy run over here. I don't think there's ever a way to get screwed over here, so I'm just going to run for it anyway. And just not think about the fact there might be somebody watching. There might be someone on this hill, but I think it's unlikely. Yeah, they're not. So we get the box. We get... Ooh, okay, nice. We got... if we get all 3 parts of this V-chip, we get a new doctor contact who comes with level 3 cybernetic implants, which is pretty solid. The dossiers is fine. The 5k is nice. The gold cubes are going to get very little use as we're not really crafting right now. I'm going to go through the back of the truck and not the front, because if these guys run toward me, I'm suddenly very, very sad. And I don't want that to be a risk that I have to take. Even though this route would be slightly faster from the back. I guess the other question is... Oh, never mind. My initiative is going to be really good no matter what happens here. Like, I'm min rolling at 27, and that's with, you know, 6 AP stacked. So, like, after I use that 6 or 7 AP to run forward, it's still going to be min roll 20. So we reveal lots more guards, so we know more of what they're doing. But yeah, my min roll is 20, so he's fine. That's not an issue at all. Cybernite's going to go. She's the best runner, so she's going to grab this box. That looks reasonable. I have to make sure I take down this laser gate this turn. Okay. Can't sell this because no one buys level 4 item blueprints, but that's sellable for a little bit of money. Can't quite reach that laser wire, so I've got to move a little bit farther forward. I guess I'll go to here. That'll be cleanly in range. One thing I could try to do, actually, and that's definitely the laser wire, right? Like, that's for sure what I'm aiming at. One thing I could try to do, based on where all the other guards are, is actually run a little bit farther up. Like, unfortunately, I kind of picked slightly the wrong location, but, like, if we look at... Darn, I'm like slightly off, which is really unfortunate. But the reason I'm bringing this up is this gun has 28 meters of accurate range and 30 meters of max range, which means I'm basically at accurate range of this guy. And killing him on top just feels like free upside. Like, why use a silenced pistol when I can just kill them both and make more progress sooner? I think that's just pure upside, so... Whoops, I'm griefing. There we go. And yeah, we're reasonably accurate on this one. There's a little bit of recoil, but whatever. We're hitting you both. And in 2 full autos, it probably kills. Pretty solid damage. The crits help for sure. Probably, you know, expected value of 1 bullet on each of them. We'll see if we get it. One consideration actually would have been not having these shots happen and letting her run forward, but it's whatever. She'll get past this no problem on her turn. Everyone else now gets to run really far forward on their own turn, though. We get to make a lot of progress. And actually, one difficulty is going to be I might have too many action points, and won't be able to go as far as I want to go because I won't be able to get into combat. Because it would be a little bit incorrect to, like, start a fight here with, like, 3 action points, because I wouldn't get the kill most likely. Well, there's one guy. We thankfully got to magnet in. We get the same V-chip, unfortunately. That's kind of too bad. It's kind of too bad that we low-rolled there, but oh well. See, we're basically getting across the map here, and we're going to look to basically be really aggressive at the start of next turn. So, basically, yep, stand out here, and we're going to have some guards to fight relatively soon. That should be okay. We'll try to run our hacker very far forward and turn down these laser wires during turn 2. And that should be reasonable in getting the rest of the team out and through all of that. So now similar for our gunslinger. We're going to run into here. That seems just fine. This camera will see my bodyguard guy next turn. There's no real way around that one. So the question I have basically is if I crouch across, I can get most of the way. If I run, I actually think I can get farther. He's clearly not quite as good of a runner as my sniper is, but this is still pretty decent overall. Yeah, so I get farther by going around the circle. Good to know that that's just, as long as you can commit to it, just going to be more successful for you. So 2 boxes, 3 boxes down actually. 1, 2, 3 to go. With the host, I do want the optional loot. I think those are nice to have. And then my hacker is just going to kind of do the same thing, kind of run across the map. So put you there. No reason to use packet loss right now. There's no rush. It's not like the cooldown state's going to get any better. And so most of the group is here now. And we'll knock down the wires during turn 2. And then ideally the rest of the squad is able to get out during turn 3. Although they're really only relying on coordinated charge, what's going to be a little bit rough. There's a lot of guys in the middle here that I've got to be careful around, but it's fine. I think we can make the distance. If not, I don't even care if he triggers lasers because it's not going to kill him, and it's not like I care about his stress levels. Well, this map normally has 3 tally. This one's up to 4 because of the difficulty level. It's fine. That is what it is. Cybernite has to run forward. I do think it would have been better to have the team... Well, I'm actually not even sure about that. Having those combatants all towards the front is fairly reasonable, and making as much forward progress as possible on the hacker, because it means we can maybe push him all the way in, which would be a benefit. So the nice thing is cameras have a blind spot very much underneath them, and so we can actually make this happen and duck under the bottom of this camera and actually fully bypass it, which is pretty sweet. It would have been much harder here. I mean, we still probably could have, but it would have seen the body. We have to go like all the way around the corner there. It really wouldn't have been great, but that's going to be just fine. So we get to fully bypass this camera. And then we already acknowledged that going around is better, so we're just going to go around. He might not make it during turn 3, but again, I don't actually have to care about his stress levels, so it is what it is. And then for here, I have to do quite a lot of fighting, so I'm going to kind of throw JTAC down. Well, let's see. Everyone's rolls are like 12 to 14. Yeah, he goes first the next... Well, yeah, here's the tough thing. You're going to drop down to 12. You're going to drop down to 10. You could go back to 2, but like, you'll have to act at 14. And code is not going to be able to get behind you again. You can't go to like 1 or 3 or something, so... you can get behind this guy. You can get behind them. Okay, it's actually going to be fine because they're all going to have their turns anyway. So I can actually yield and it's okay. I forgot to turn off the laser wires. Thankfully, we can still delay past this, but mistakes were made. We can do some yielding that'll work okay. But this is not... Yeah, I made a mistake in not turning off these lasers on that turn, so that was a mistake. Well, here's where these 3 guards are. It's fairly reasonable. The camera will at some point see corpses. Again, don't really have a way around that one. JTAC around here gives me all of the lines of sight I would use. And with these 3 guards being relatively compact together, I can unfortunately only debuff 2 of them. Let's see, 40 DR and 333 health, or 40 DR and 275 health. Okay, well we know the better target then. It's going to be the basic guard. Fair enough. I'm going to aim it... Actually, I'm going to aim it this way. In case reinforcements come in from that door right there, we have the ability to use it in some way. Okay, that seems reasonable. These guys aren't going to come up. Double checking that we are on power level 5. Yep, so we got a stat increase. They have 40% damage reduction now. Used to have 33 or 36, something around there. So you can chill. You can chill. We need to have the hacker disable stuff. Okay, great. Packet loss on the lasers. I'm going to still do a small yield to let other people go. And yeah, the AR would be way too loud, so it's got to be pistol. And this thing is just such good cover because of these lips right here. Ideally, I get out of... Oh, she can hear the footsteps. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, so ideally I get out of gunshot range, which is going to be here. But I've got to make sure I'm in a spot where we can still shoot both of them. Which looks like it's from there that he'll step out and take the shots here. And these shots are decent with this pistol, I think. They're not going to be super amazing, but they'll be okay. So you've got enough action points. Yeah, -9 from range is not unreasonable. I'm going to aim for you first because I'm going to have just overall better hit chance here. Nice crit. Down you go. And the way you're looking, you haven't heard the gunshots and you're not seeing the body. So as long as you die... nice, the crit is really good. So I can't yield him again, unfortunately. I can successfully run, which is nice. But what I don't have is the ability to really sneak past this guy. Now the question I have is, can I kill everyone, right? Like if I run out to here, I have 2 shots. And the same's going to be true for my other guy, right? The same's going to be true for my gunslinger. And I feel like I'm going to have enough that it's going to be okay. So another question is, how can I be most efficient? Because the movement pip is right there, which means it's going to be a little bit hard to get everywhere I want to be. So yeah, I think it's going to be like this. Unfortunately, you're not under strike zone, but I think I have the damage anyway. And if I don't have the damage, I'm suddenly really sad. We're obviously not going to be hacking right away, but he's going to be running this way overall. That's where the host is. So let's have you try to burn him down. 100% hit chance, but we're not critting, and so I'm pretty sure we're going to get told on here. I don't think we have the damage. I think I screwed up. We don't have the damage, so I might as well marker sights you. I'm going to go here, so I have 3 shots at each one. Or 3 shots total, I should say. Yeah, I think I'd have to get really lucky to have the damage to kill here. So I'll shoot you and kill you, because no reason not to. Yeah, so you're dead. Okay. You are alert because you saw someone else run in. But I'm going to go for Iron Grip to recover recoil and get some more bonus damage. And if I crit, which is unlikely, you're dead. And I think, so the alternative here is to say, what if we went full auto with the assault rifle? This will make gunfire, right? They will hear that, they will know. However, generally speaking, if guards only hear gunfire once, they don't tend to be too concerned. And this is way more likely to kill than 2 pistol shots. So we're going to shoot. We're going to get some tally, but it shouldn't be too bad. Crit, big damage. Right, we get 2 tally over baseline, because we're getting 4 guaranteed. We're getting 6 total because there's 1. They all turn like, wait, we heard gunfire. Is anything happening? They're all a little bit suspicious because, again, they heard gunfire. But usually the like, bark that comes out is, was that a misfire? And they're, like, pretty gracious around the fact that they heard gunfire exactly once. Now, orders received, right? Because the guards all told the AI they heard gunfire, the AI is like, okay, I'll send 1 person to go investigate. And so you have been told to investigate that there is some gunfire heard. They all heard gunfire. They all told the AI, and the AI is like, yeah, but it's only once. We'll send 1 of you. So I should wait. He's not going to get very far. He has to go up these steps, then over here, and then all the way around, and then look down. There's not a big rush here. Now, of course, his camera just saw 2 people. So this camera's going to, and a dead body. So it's going to, the AI next one's going to send more guys at us. And we're going to have to, like, really hold this position. But for now, it's fine. So yeah, you're on your normal patrol. Because you heard gunfire once, and the AI didn't tell you to worry about it. So you're not going to worry about it. You're on your patrol. You're going to have a hard time getting all the way around, but it is what it is. Basically just run tangent to the circle a whole bunch. This is faster. So let's get you past the lasers. We did. And right there should be fine. Alright, good enough for me. Again, my leverage is Matrix Snoop, and the other thing's already popped, so nothing special here. I do want 3 more kills so I can get the bonus money. That seems very reasonable. Getting it in a low turn count also seems pretty reasonable at this point. So yeah, we're about 3, 4, 5... Okay, yeah, there's 6 AP. Cool, you're investigating the source of the disturbance, and it's not a big deal just yet. You're discarding. Alrighty, well, I'm going to yield and have Code Block throw another JTAC, because we're clearly going to fight from up here and try to kill a lot of guards. So let's throw a new buff down. We'll throw it... You should be definitely aggressive here. We want you to be fighting. I think 2 action points is appropriate for 1 reload and 1 shot. I think that's completely reasonable. So you get spotted. He's mad. I understand. You reload. And I want to be inside of JTAC, so I'm going to aim it pretty far forward. And there's like a decent number of spots we can shoot from, so I think this is fine. And then it takes a second to give you control after you cast, but a bit of damage. That's pretty chill. And the rest of the squad's going to do kind of similar. Make sure we get around the camera. So far, so good. Go to here. Yep. Go to right here. Gets around the camera. Him hearing Mephisto doesn't matter at all. We're in JTAC. We get 2 shots. Suspicious noise. Yes, indeed. Intruder. Yes, indeed. He does have some cover, which makes it a little bit harder. We're also inside of optimal range, which makes it a little bit harder as well. But we're getting decent damage. Again, these guys are much tankier now. Right now that they've leveled up to PL5, the 40% damage reduction is a meaningful downgrade in our ability to kill. I don't have any way of getting line of sight on him, you can see. Like, over here, XD. But no, but really we just, you know, run out like this. We'll be in this JTAC buff. We'll have the ability to shoot him. He's going to cut our damage by 40%. We're not going to use the assault rifle. We get to shoot for 1 action point. 9 recoil is not miserable. We finally get a crit. That's pretty cool. And it technically counted as a stealth crit because she was hidden and wasn't in his field of view enough to be counted as revealed, and so she got to do a stealth crit for plus 190%. I mean, we take those, right? Crit is really, really good with a silenced pistol, right? Okay, great. So we expect these guards to be alerted, and they'll start heading my way, but for now, it's fine. For now, I am allowed to just walk up here and hide behind this host and start hacking. It is time for some optional loot. Before turn 8 seems very easy, seems very reasonable. Should have no problems doing that. We've got a interesting looking host here. So we've got 3 downloads down here. We've got a CP that we're going to ignore. And we've got this SCU that, I mean, do I care? So that's what the green one's going to do. It's going to load that one. Dropping this camera is fairly useless. That one's useless as well. These laser gates are useless. That laser gate's useless. This pressure sensor and this camera matter. And that pressure sensor doesn't matter. So we do have 2 things we kind of care about. When we go for looting by the end here, this will, you know, block some tally. Which, you know, has value, right? But the question is, how much do I care? Versus just getting the loot and getting out and not spending more time. Now, to be fair, I don't care about the 10 cubes very much. The tally, I mean, I'm going to get basically at most 3 tally from those devices, so it's not worth losing a turnover because, I mean, 1 turn is 4 tally by itself. So we're going to start with the bottom side. Because this is the part that actually matters. What do we got here? If you load a program, unload, and tally. These are not huge. Only downside is having to get rid of active ice a second time, but it's probably okay. A little bit of tally, not the end of the world. And then the nice thing is, all these are actually really chill. So I'm going to start by going... I don't know, does it matter? Let's go left. When you download, when you use a program, so I've got to go 1, 2. I could also double null op. I would get plus tally if destroyed, which means I would gain 30 tally and I'd get an escalation, but it would allow me to skip doing one of this. I'm probably going to save it for this one, where I have several things to get rid of. Worth noting, actually, this is one of the very few nodes where I actually care about both these things. It's very likely, it's very frequent, that you'll get ice that you can ignore. It'll be like when you load a program, or like when you exit, and it's like the last node of the hack, so you don't care at all. But for now, I'm going to go this way and just disable them normally during the next turn. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do any more than just take the downloads. So reinforcements have arrived, and they are right behind us, and so I really, really care about how much they know. And unfortunately, they know quite a bit because the camera saw me. So that's actually quite scary. Yeah, so the AIs sent you over here. You're out of AP, though, and this is going to be true for all of them, by the way. Yes, they're alert, but they're going to be out of AP. Now, the scary thing, though, again, is you're quite tanky, and you got a big shotgun, and you can turn invulnerable, which means you can actually block Overwatch shots. We've got another Whistler here, and we've got a Wildfire who has a full auto orbit assault, which means meaningful damage. Definitely matters. Now, so the question is, how scary are you guys going to be, right? If we stay out here and they walk towards me, I'm going to get revealed. It's going to be very sad for me. So part of me like really needs to get out of the way, but also I need to make sure I'm not revealed by these guys investigating. But I also want to make sure I'm far enough up that I'm not wasting a bunch of action points and I can still shoot my gun. So there's like a delicate balance of exactly where to stand for this to be reasonable. If they head right toward me, right, these guys are 38 meters away. So if they can walk this far, right, this distance, puts them at 18 meters, which is visibility range. And so if they walk directly towards me, I get spotted. Which is likely to happen, and so unfortunately I have to kind of waste an action point ducking into this corner. It kind of sucks, but I think it's optimal. Tactical Surge is worth it on this turn. I'm going to look ahead a bunch of guys at this point. I guess I can't catch them, so I want to see what all these guys are doing. Like, how many are headed my way. You are heading over there. Right, you're heading to the body timer. You guys are heading away, and you're still doing nothing. Okay, so we have a really chill turn, actually. Which means I might just go for this kill right now, then. Because there's not much else to have to do. So let's just shoot you. Yep, not a stealth crit. Just a regular one. Very cringe. Spend 1 AP walking forward. Spend 1 AP reloading. And then I'll wait in case there's a reason to, you know, care about something else. This guy has something else to do, but basically go for his lockbox and then leave next turn. So we're just going to trigger this pressure sensor. I don't really care. I think it's almost impossible for him to be screwed and be unable to go into that evac next turn. We get some really nice stuff. We get our 3rd epic pistol in a row. That's kind of funny. We get 35k. We get a file that we can sell. We get some drugs we can sell. Really not bad. Alrighty, let's see what's next. You need to get into some cover. So yeah, the preview is telling me these guards aren't going toward me. And we only need one more kill to get the secondary objective. So yeah, I'm going to put you to safety where you're not going to be easily seen. And then we can just yield and chill. So have to go here first because I'm going to use a program. I'm going to download an account. Drop you guys off. Reload, disarm. And go for the next ones now. Alright, download access, exit the node, exit the node. So escalation is not going to be for a bit, so there's no point in caring about the ordering here. So we are going to exit the node. We do have to kill them. We are getting 3 tally per action, unfortunately. Which is really unfortunate, so we're just going to have to eat this escalation right now. That's fine. That's actually very ignorable. Okay. Again, if I load a program on this node, I get this thing pops and it restarts all the ice. So, you know, I would have rather just taken the +4 tally by letting 2 programs there than, like, disarming this and losing the program and whatnot. So we're just going to go here. If you exit. So here's the basically the question, right? Is, do I want my hacker to run over here and make this play and turn off some security devices? Because if I don't, we take the download, we disconnect, and we're literally just done. The alternative is disarm both of these, take the download, run across, load more programs, disarm this stuff, probably null-op this, and then, you know, drop the rest of it. And I think it actually is correct at this point to drop these down, because my hacker is only 1 turn away from walking, and yeah, I think it just lines up that it's going to be correct here. So we'll take the download, we will disarm these. I will head back towards this one, which is 1 tally per action, which is chill. Go here. I still don't care that much about tally, so we'll take this. Also, it's a green host, which means not very dangerous. Double passive ice. I've got enough AP that's going to be okay. Go here. And then I'm just going to walk here and just hit double null op, and it'll be fine. Yeah, I don't care. There's some ice here. I don't know what they are. I don't care what they are. We get a bunch of escalation from killing a bunch of ice. That's fine. What I want to kill is this camera here. And this pressure, this pressure sensor. So the 2 last ones, basically. Next turn, I can hack the other one, and then we're good. So I'll drop the camera for now. And yeah, next turn, we will hack everything else that we care about. And then you can make the run, basically, during turn 5. That'll be totally reasonable. So you're done. The rest of the guards can move, but we know they're not going to be very useful. You're going to go find a body. You just barely can't see it yet. We will get our next escalation, of course. Yeah, your patrols just don't really matter. Look ahead told us as much. I shouldn't be getting flanked, but it's always possible that it goes badly for me. Okay, here's the first one. Yep. I believe you're on a normal patrol. I think you weren't told by the AI yet. I could be wrong about that one, but you are heading my way. These guards tend to walk this direction, by the way. This is, like, very common that they path like this. This kill doesn't seem worth it. I expect to be getting out. I want to get rid of this guy instead. In between Code Block and Raise, I think I have enough damage. So I'm going to spend... If I spend only 1 action point, that's actually not bad. I still have a shot here. We'll see how the accuracy looks. It counts as obstructed, but I think that's actually not a huge problem. So I'm going to go for the shot and then take the reload and then shoot some more. No crit, unfortunate, but it's fine. Looks like I'm going to spend 1 more action point getting closer because I'm going to have 3. And so I might as well just get extra free distance, basically. This actually makes her not obstructed. I should have thought of that at the beginning and done the math better. But I didn't. I didn't count the pips. Down you go. Now, worth noting, this guard is coming back next turn, so he is going to see a body. But his turn will end, and then we can just, like, kill him afterwards. And then you're still useless. We will probably want to knock down this motion field sensor. I don't believe it's hooked up to anything. Yeah, it's not hackable by the host, so we'll have to manually disable it, but that's fine. That's not a huge problem. Alright, the chop shop will move. Security AI told you to go check out on the corpse that was seen, which was around here. Or no, we got seen right here, so yeah, he's going to go check that out. Nothing to really speak of, though, for him just yet. These are both sellable. Legendaries are worth 4 times as much as common, so that's actually really nice. And you've got a duck to get through all this, basically, so we'll... And by the way, terrain blocks motion fields, so you can kind of run like this, and that's going to be totally reasonable. Probably still want to keep you inside the buff if I can, but I also want to be able to grab loot. I think I will just fully send him. The other agents can handle this guard turning back around. We can say, hey, what goes there the fastest? Okay, I'm going to go that direction then. He will not be shooting, and that's okay. Next turn, we'll turn this off. We'll turn this off via the hacker, and we'll turn this off via a talent, and then we should be fine to grab this loot and try to get out. He might not quite make it in 1 turn, but it'll be close. Alright, well, you're done. You saw a body right away, but so did everyone. And you're just going to go right up there. Alright, we get another escalation, right? We go to sec level 2. Sec level is +1 tally per turn. This guy gets spotted by the camera. But he doesn't get spotted by the camera until the turn starts, so it's not really a big concern, and no one is heading towards him, so he was always going to be safe. So yeah, mission complete. Well, like, mission no longer failable unless Cyberknight dies. So, good job. You are happening to hunt this way. That's just fine. You're on your patrol, you're heading over there, okay. Turning back around, also fine. You can finish up your hack now, which is going to be turning off this. The other pressure sensor. Oh wait, I got the wrong thing. I griefed. I don't care about that. That was a mistake. It's this. So I'm going to hack you. And then I'm going to double check real quick. Do I care about anything else? Not you. Nah. No. 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 Alright, we're done. So he's done hacking. You did it, buddy. You got plenty of action points left. You'll have 5 because it's how it works. You just come away like that. So he can't get anything else done here. So I'm going to... I'm going to play a little bit slow here. I'm going to stay where I am right now. He can completely make the run if he needs to. I believe she does have scramble. So if he needs to book it out on 1 turn, he can do that. So that's fine. She can turn off the motion field. That seems reasonable. These guys don't look very scary, but I can reveal them to be safe. Yeah, they're not heading towards me, so I don't care. Means we can chill. You need to wait until I can use coordinated charge on you, so you can stay where you are. This guy's far enough away that I'm not too worried about it. You're hunting now, heading towards that corpse. I already know what you're doing, which is being useless. The hope is that I can get out during this turn so that I'm still on sec level 2 and I generate less heat, but I can't guarantee that. It is likely to work, but I can't guarantee it. Basically comes down to how well can my hacker do. You're going to see me, but I don't have to care. Yes, you're alert, but you're not, doing anything. I think ultimately... Yeah, if I shoot the gun, I get audio tells. So So what I could do is shoot once and then run away. That seems very reasonable, right? He's already alert, so there's no downside for shooting him. Nice, the crit's pretty good. And that's going to be good enough for me. We're going to walk you onto the exit. I think I'll have enough that I can get everyone out. I'd still rather take this box than, like, I think the box is more important than, like, delaying heat, you know, accrual, but it's not a huge deal no matter what happens. So if I get here, I have 3 AP left, which means I really only have 1 shot. So I can shoot once for 2 AP. It was some damage. It was a glance, I think. Can't shoot anymore because I've got to get on the exit. What I can do is go onto the exit. Be really cautious with an interference spike, because what if it goes weird? Extract. Code block hopefully is able to make this whole run happen. I think it's going to be close. This might cheat in. This is right about the range for it. Nice. That almost guarantees it now. A file I can sell and some drugs I can sell. And he would have been fine anyway, but it's good to know that I made it all the same. So I can run down to 1 action point remaining. At this point, killing him doesn't matter literally at all anymore. Because... Actually, yeah. I'm not going to even bother shooting because him not being a corpse is actually good for me. Because that way, this guy won't be like, wait, there's a corpse. What should I do? He'll just keep running on his route. So we're chilling. You can now extract. You're just going to run that way. Security AI is in your ear. And there should be no problems with this guy making the way out. Oh yeah, he's totally fine. We got the kills that we needed. We got done within 5 turns. We're only sec level 2. Honestly, really productive turn. Or really productive mission overall. He's cleared the dangerous zone. The courier has extracted. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Alrighty. Yep. So we are slowly increasing B-Tuna's trust score 1% at a time. It started like -12 or something. He's gaining power level. He's gaining some influence. All wonderful stuff here. We can see, yeah. We got a lot of loot that we can sell. Sadly, we doubled up on the V-chip, but 40k is really good. These files are pretty solid. Some stuff we can sell. Not a ton for the Matrix downloads, but it's still free loot. It didn't cost me very much. Worth noting, by the way, I discovered from playing more that the difficulty setting here, that is mission payments 50%, that does not affect actual baseline gear. So selling these Hyper V caps, this frag grenade, these guns, sorry, I guess I should say guns definitely are not affected in sell price. There is a chance that these are. I don't believe they are from what I can tell. I think these are 2k every time. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty confident these are always, this sort of price point. But these, like, no matter your slider, these things sell for 10, 11k. From everything I've seen in different difficulty settings, this seems to be the same price every time. However, things from your file sets aren't this way. And what's interesting is this will actually print out, I believe this prints out the non-difficulty modded set value, and then when you actually go to sell it, it goes by half. So here's the things that we have, right? So a lot of things are only like 2k or whatever, when normally they would be a bit more, right? This 15k would actually be 34k if I wasn't playing on these difficulty settings. Interesting that Potato's actually paying as much as Octane is. Potato is I guess someone worth selling things to. But yeah, all these aren't usable in... oh, interesting, she's paying more for this one specifically. I don't know why. That's very interesting. Sure. Oh no, I think it was... Never mind. Maybe I'm griefing and it wasn't the same person I was thinking of. Either way, whatever. We can sell these, make a little bit of money. We have a lot more blueprints here. I'm still basically holding out everything, even though I really shouldn't. Like, I would almost never use it in a craft, so like I should realistically just sell this automatically. Because again, I actually won't use it in a craft. So I'll get rid of some of this stuff and make a bit of money. This is an optic I would possibly use. This is an optic I probably wouldn't use because I would use the long range one instead. But if I run out of options, then I would sell this, right? And then I would have at least something to do. I'm probably not forcing on this many suppressors. Like, I can sell a couple of these. It's like 1k, but still. I'm never going to craft 6 purple pistols, I don't think. We can probably sell one of these. I'll do some more consideration later. Ultimately, selling purple and orange blueprints do give 10 influence each. My gun runners do in fact take these. Now it's worth noting though that right now for my contacts, if I sort by influence, I'm still waiting for your limit break, but these guys would be next, right? And they're not offering any missions right now, so as soon as Owen limit breaks, I want to make sure we're not going to get offered a mission by one of these two right away, because if that mission gives influence, actually every mission gives 10 influence, but if like the secondary objective is more influence, and I run it before they limit break, we've just functionally like deleted potential influence because it always resets back down to like at least some degree. You can see B-Tune over here down to only -10, so he's going to trust us more and more. When you have negative trust, by the way, they do not avail themselves, like they do not avail their buying and selling services and whatnot. So these things are turned off while they don't trust you. Anyway. Mission complete. We have the ability to level up these guys to 6, so let's do so. My sniper is 6. He's done with JTAC. If I take this, the buff only lasts for 1 turn. It's not worth it just to unlock 5 crit chance. Even if this wasn't bugged, I would never do this. I don't think it's actually worth it. Evasion is a really good stat. Like if you really need to be tanky and you're in forced combat missions, I think I would take 20 evasion for the team and say let's fight in this circle. But yeah, just not worth it. Strike zone, I would definitely go for this. Not that I care about the duration, but I do care about the recharge rate. And it would take the second charge, even though it would, like, even if this doesn't do anything, and it's like a blank line of text, I would take second charge of strike zone, so I have like a lot of uptime. Either way, though, I will take cooldown down to 4, and this means they're both down at 4 cooldown, so I can strike zone turn 1, can strike zone turn 5, that's pretty good. I have 2 JTAC, so I can strike zone turn, or I can JTAC turn 1, 3, and 5, and just like, it's permanent uptime, we're always buffed here. So now I've got really, really good damage buff for the team, and so now I'm going to start moving around my sniper spec. What I'm probably going to do is multi-class into soldier and just run along here and grab savagery recoup and just be like, I've got buffs, I've got damage buffs, and I'm going to deal 1,000,000 damage by going this way. And I think that's going to be generally rather effective. I'm not going to double up coordinated charge. I'm probably not going to bother with the iron grip stuff. I mean, I might, right? But martyr sites doesn't stack, so generally speaking, not hugely important, but I love this stuff. I think these damage buffs are just so good. They affect your entire team. They're really, really wonderful. I really should probably unlearn Skull Shot because he doesn't even have a sniper rifle anymore. This also means that Death Watch is useless. Yep, but it's a travel node. What else can I do? Hit Streak and Empty Lung and Nest do not care about they do not care about being single shot weapons, so one could just say, actually, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, grab Nest, maybe grab the ballistic pure damage upgrade a little bit more. It's only plus 5%, so it's not that amazing. Probably skip this entirely, but it'd be like, yeah, I'm going to run up for a 1-pointing Nest for 2 points, and it's being like, this is an important turn for me. Stealth crit, right? If it's the first turn of the map and you're outside their attack range, which will always be, or sorry, outside their vision range, which is always true for an assault rifle, you can just use Nest with a full auto assault rifle, and it's completely fine. And getting 25 crit chance and 25 ballistic pure damage upgrade is really, really good when it's like, yeah, as long as I just stand here and I shoot this cone and that cone and that cone, it's a ton of damage. It's only gonna happen for my first turn, but it's gonna start my, really, really strong savagery combo. I get more crit chance and ballistic pure damage, but now I get it proactively. Now that I move, I get to keep this for this and the next turn. Every time I crit, I get action points back. I talked about this last episode or the episode before, but yeah, I'm unsure if it's correct for me to look for Nest and just be like, don't worry, 5-turn cooldown's good enough. I probably wouldn't go for duration just to get the recharge rate. This is 4 nodes to get a second charge. It's probably not worth it. It's probably 1 point wonder. Again, hit streak is like pretty low value, but I could see myself. And the thing is, I could go through hit streak, right? Spend 3 travel nodes. Or I can go here, spend 4 travel nodes, but it would let me get, some stealth crit damage, which again, I'm gonna get stealth crits here, right? Like, this is not useless. This one is, LRI I'm not gonna use at all, really. I could try to go through here, right? I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I could take this node or this node. They're basically the same. I guess it's technically better. And say, actually, what I really want is some crit damage because, if I get to kill an unaware or suspicious target, what do I get? Accuracy and crit chance. So I'm going to, JTAC, go up here, kill some random idiot, probably with Nest, to be honest. So I have ballistic pure damage upgrade and crit chance, trigger Nest, okay, for 2 turns, I get a bunch of accuracy and crit chance for 2 turns. Sorry, for 3 turns. Oh, also with 25 accuracy and 25 stealth crit chance, and I'm just going to keep mowing people down first turn. Yeah, I could totally make, like, I can use Quiet Kill Nest as though it's Savagery. And it's, like, not that far off. That seems reasonable. I could do that, right? Again, these talents don't care what your spec is. The only thing that cares is Death Watch, and then everything else here doesn't care what your weapon is at all. You can go all the way over to here. This is single shot, okay? Oh, when you kill unaware suspicious, lower your alarm level, gain accuracy against unaware targets, gain move points and move speed. Okay, I can do that, right? So you can like do an entire thing where you go around through here. Yeah, okay, this pathing really sucks. Like getting rapid ready is single shot weapon, skull shot is single shot weapon. Fleeting makes me go through empty lung. Why go through empty lung when I'm not using hit streak and I'm probably not using nest? Pathing through this kind of sucks. Yeah, I could take extra item carry to grab this. I mean, I could, right? That makes it like a little bit faster pathing, but like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of bad nodes just to grab fleeting. Yeah, probably not doing that, but like I could see it, right? I could see it. I'm not sure I would, but there's a world again where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and for 5 points I get nest 1, quiet kill 1, and I think these upgrades are probably not these, right? But again, these 3 upgrades are very reasonable. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For 2 turns, 15 crit chance, 10 accuracy. Okay. Right? 3 turn cooldown. It's kind of permanently on. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I'd keep that, right? Don't have accuracy for kind of ever. 15 crit chance forever. And if I'm from stealth, 40 crit chance forever. Yeah, seems pretty good. So, that's a possibility, right? Anyway. Time to look at the Gunslinger Soldier again. And yeah, obviously Coordinated Charge is done. Second charge of Iron Grip, not needed. I think I do really want to go for Marker Sight's upgrade. I just like it so much. I'd rather go for Team Utility. I think once we get like, oh, I've got only 1 good assault rifle. Like, you know, we finally build the Nano Fab. We get a really good assault rifle blueprint to drop. And we're like, we're going to jam down a level 5 modded out, kitted out assault rifle. We've got exactly 1 of them. I will respec him into Savagery Recoup, and I will have my sniper go in and take up Coordinated Charge duties. But until then, with everyone having similar guns, we're going to go for the Marker Sight side. Because we're just like, unless we're going for full auto shots every turn and doing a lot of damage, and really we actually want to hit more than 4 bullets in a spread, this isn't, I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to choose to play for utility instead. Alright, well that part's finally done. But there's kind of the recap on what I was thinking skills and talents wise. I think we are, yeah, we're now very far from leveling. Like level 7 is a good breakpoint because you get 2 talent points for it. That's going to be really, really nice. And in fact, my hacker is going to be really close to leveling up as well. And if he does level up, I mean, what does he get? Some null op damage. You know, it's not the sickest, don't get me wrong. It's going to be level 8 to go 0 interrupt, right? This on 6, these 2 on 7, this on 8. 0 interrupt is really, really nice. It's turn off all ice on a node for this in the next turn. For the really, really gnarly SPUs, like once they start hitting orange hosts, they start spawning much harsher ice, and it's like, yeah, you really wish you had something like 0 interrupt to deal with that. They like orange hosts are harsh, they just are. But being level 6 doesn't do anything for me, right? Like I'm fine at level 5. Like this is okay at 6, but I want this. I'll grab this at 9. I'm grabbing this at 8. But yeah, we're not in a rush. We're not gonna take this right away. So let's see, what's left for us to do on this episode? Probably spend some money. I am tasked as 1 of 2 after all. I've got something worth upgrading. This cold storage is underway. This nano scrubber is already done. This hacking station is done. This is done. Do I want to try to go for Underworld Hub 2? Or do I want to go for Field Ops 2? And start unlocking like this better leverage, like 2 turns of -50 armor on everyone, and upgrade to getting active action point printing, which is really, really nice. Eventually the upgrade allows me, yeah, so if I go to level 2, I generate tokens every 8 days, and I add good options. Like this is a really, really good upgrade, and it's cheap. It's 100k. That's not a lot, right? That was 1 mission, and I actually haven't even sold everything yet, right? I still have these accounts here that I can sell. Here, Potato, gain some influence. Here, Octane, pay me money. Cool. I still have these blueprints I could sell probably, right? Again, Loophole Heist is going to be due really soon. We'll run that, you know, of course. But so the question I have for myself is, do I want to clean this room up 50k, and then put in power and everything else, and then put in like a sim trainer or a sim detox, which is going to cost, what, 40k themselves? So like, I can build those for 90k, or I can upgrade my field op center for 100k. And, you know, a similar amount of time. Actually, probably less time. I can upgrade my hacking station, generate tokens every 8 days as well. Increase the number of things I can add. Like, I can start injecting accounts. By injecting accounts into regular missions, yeah, I still have to hack them, but accounts can be sold for influence to level up your contacts and get more stuff. That's really good. I should click this constantly. And I'm pretty sure the way it works out, actually, is the number of accounts injected is 1 plus the level of your station, which means when it's level 2 and I unlock this, it'll actually send in 3 accounts. And when I go for Hacking Station level 3, it'll send in 4 accounts. And if some of them are epic and legendary, I am printing money and printing contact influence. That's really, really good. I wish there was a way to inject blueprints. That would be really cool. Sadly, that doesn't exist right now, but the Field Op Center, yeah, story missions you can't inject this stuff into. Unfortunately, you can't inject it. Actually, to be fair, this is because the first stage has no loot boxes, so that's probably part of it, I think. But regardless, like, these are really valuable as long as I can put off using training tokens on my Cyber Knight, even though I did some slightly wrong pathing and I wish I'd done better pathing. Oh well, I'm down a talent point, but going for these upgrades instead seems kind of nice. The alternative, though, is save a little bit more money and go for level 2 Underworld Hub, so that I can boost my Legwork chances by 20%, and tokens every 8 days, like, right, if I'm generating, what, 25% more tokens, because it's every 8 days instead of every 10, and they're twice as good, I'm getting 2.5x the legwork boost. That's really good, right? All this building even does is generate legwork. And if I 2.5x the building for 200k, that is a better return on investment than the initial 100k for the first building, for like the baseline, which means like if I thought it was good already, I should clearly be doing this because it's, right, spend twice as much for 2.5x the building. So I think ultimately the play is we really do rush Underworld Hub here. And that's just kind of like the right option. So we put in both. Yeah, I'm going to make the call. Yes, I could have started this instead, but when Loophole Heist is done, I will have the money. This building upgrade will take kind of a while, right? This is 2 days, this is a day and a half. It's going to take 9.5 days for this to be done, which means it will be done by the time we're like mid-legwork here, but we're not going to be able to have a way to increase this meaningfully. We're going to have 1 token up, right, in a day 18, but other than boosting that, we're not going to get much better. So only get the 10% there, which is unfortunate, which means I'm probably going to delay this legwork. Well, maybe not. I guess we're going to spend the 10%er on it anyway. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'll grab it like right before this is due so I can, you know, combine the tokens. Anyway, when I run Loophole Heist, I will gain 0.34 power level. I will hit power level 2. That means missions that I accept after this is done will be, they will be worth more for me. They will give more XP. They will give more money. I am still unsure if loot quality is based on your power level or the mission's power level. Like, you can see these blueprints we've been dropping, right, are mostly level... I mean, there is some level 4 stuff here, right? Some level 4 and 5 stuff, but there's a lot of level 1 and 2 stuff, right? The vast majority of things we have dropped, if we sort. Right, there is a couple of drugs we've dropped, but we've not dropped a single high-quality gun. We keep getting level 2 pistols, which I'm not complaining. This is fine. But, like, there aren't level 1 pistols. Like, there aren't level 1 craftable weapons. They're only level 2 plus. The only level 1 weapons in the game are the things you start with. Everything is level 2 or higher at that point. We are dropping level 1 mods, though. And trust me, there are level 5 and level 6 mods out there. So these loot boxes have been purely dropping, like, level 1 and 2 loot, with the exception of drugs that are higher level. So I don't know if drugs are, you know, considered like a different level, like internally or something, but they're displayed this way. I don't know, but like clearly we're not dropping, you know, moderate level loot in, you know, quote unquote power level 4 missions. We are power level 1.8, and it seems like the gear we're dropping is about power level 1.8, and that just appears to be how the game works. Not a complaint. It's a acknowledgement of how the game works. I'm gonna actually do a quick save here before I forget, because I want to do a little bit of forward progress, like finishing the cold storage upgrade and starting the next little piece of my base. Like, I actually might go for Command HQ. I'm considering it. I'll probably just go for Field Ops or Hacking Station, to be honest, but obviously I can't push this back any. But since this is due in 18 hours, this mission, any mission you run, by the way, advances the clock 24 hours exactly, which means I would functionally lose out on a little bit of builder time, because I would lose out on 6 hours of builder time. It's not a big deal by any means, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we've saved, so like in case something goes really weird, again, it'll still pause when it goes to 0. There's a pop-up when you go to 0 hours on your mission. It'll also pause when this is done, so it's going to be fine, but Always that little bit of freight. But worth noting, I can mint this file set now. So that's going to be kind of nice. Yeah, there's no point in going for the level 1 common version. Great. And we can see here that the new file set is worth 24k. We high rolled, we got the rare one. If you want to like double check the footage of what it said this thing would be worth, it was this one, right? If you want to double check the footage of what it said the spread would be worth here, and then like compare to the sell value, you can verify that, you know, I was right or wrong about what things are actually worth, but I can do it as well by looking back at the footage. But regardless, we made 28k. That's kind of nice. We have 205k right now, which means we could theoretically just really bump that hub, and that 28k didn't quite pay for the cold storage upgrade, right? We're still shy, but hey, we can mint other 3-piece file sets so that as they come in, we can build this, we can build this, we can eventually build this when it's actually available. Actually, selling this, to be fair, is like almost certainly correct to do, because it doesn't matter what the quality of the file set is. The upshot would be that a higher level file set can be sold for more money if you don't want to make the contact yourself. Anyway, these don't matter right now, really. All that's left to do is actually run Loophole Heist. This is not worth generating, I don't think. It's worth adding matrix damage for minus connection health. I mean, maybe, I guess. But I think the other missions I'm going to accept down the line, I would rather have those, like, have the upgraded matrix stuff for them. Like, we're actually going to be offered a CPU spike mission, and I'm going to want the matrix station to, like, make that easier. This mission's going to pay enough, right, that, like, we can afford to pay for one of these rooms and still get the Underworld hub done. Which means I'm probably not going to go with the Can HQ because I want this building to be upgraded. The upgrade is actually, well, okay, it's 100k, which is rough. The stuff's going to take a while as well, right? I have to put in power once and cold once. If I go for field ops, I only have to do power once. That's not nearly as bad. Kind of leaning that way. I'm going to think about it later. I'm going to turn the recording off for now. I'm just going to start some of these. I'm going to, run Loophole Heist, and I'll see you next episode. So, bye-bye.